Good morning, First Chapter Fun fans and listeners and viewers. Good morning. It is Tuesday, I think. I'm kind of losing track of the days. If this is the first time you've tuned in to First Chapter Fun, this is the place where I read the first chapter of a new book every day until the beginning of May, roughly. We're still figuring out how to manage all of that. So I'm very excited about a couple of things today, and I'll get to them. Let me say hello first. We have Ali up here on Facebook, and down here we have Lisa. We have Girl Loves Books, Dogs and Books. We have Blizzard Mum 23. I love all these names. And we have Lisa Barr. Hi, Lisa. We have Carla and Nancy and Dale. Good morning, everyone. How are you doing? Had a bit of a rough night last night. I think this whole COVID situation got to me a little bit, I have to say. It was not the best sleep I've had for a long time. And we have Kerry Lonsdale. Hurrah! Kerry has joined us up on Facebook up here, so pleased you could join us, because it is, of course, from Kerry's new book, Side Trip, that I will be reading. But before we get to that, two things. First thing, Facebook booted me out yesterday, and that was 2 days in a row. So if it's strike three today, Facebook, we're going to have to get a divorce, because this just cannot go on. But hopefully I've updated the app, and hopefully it will stay stable. And otherwise, if it does boot me out, I will finish the recording on Instagram and then go back and re-record on Facebook. So if suddenly the screen just stops and everything just give me some time and I'll come back and I'll figure it out. And Kerry says, love you. I love you too. I'm so excited you're here, Kerry. That's fantastic. So before we get to Kerry's book, I'm going to do a quick shout out for Mindy. Oh, hang on a minute. I'm the wrong way round on Facebook. Let me just fix that. Oh, there we go. There. Instagram doesn't let you do that. It's really weird. So it's Mindy Mejia's pub day today for Strike Me Down. And Mindy's just fabulous. She's written a number of books, including Leave No Trace, which was one of my favourites, I think. And this one is absolutely brilliant. A forensic accountant, female forensic accountant, and a kickboxing tournament, and 20 million bucks goes missing. It is a wild ride, so pick that one up today if you can. So, what is the book today? We know it's Kerry Lonsdale, and here we go. There we go. Side Trip. I have to angle it a little bit. And Kerry is a phenomenal author. I tell you, this first chapter fun is so brilliant, because I get to introduce you to best-selling authors such as Kerry, and we had Liv Constantine yesterday, but also new and upcoming authors. Tomorrow we have an author with a debut out, which is just phenomenal. I'm so pleased to be able to bring these to you. But let's get back to today. Today's book is Side Trip by Kerry Lonsdale. Now, let me tell you a bit about Kerry. She's awesome. I can't get away with saying awesome. It just sounds so weird with my stupid accent. Okay, so Kerry is the... Okay, hold on to your knickers, girls and boys, because this is quite the bio, let me tell you. Kerry is the Wall Street Journal, Washington Post, Amazon charts, and #1 Kindle best-selling author of standalone and series-based emotionally charged domestic drama. A mashup of domestic suspense, family drama, and contemporary romance, her novels straddle genres, and with over 27 foreign translations, they appeal to a wide global audience. No kidding. She's the author of the Everything series, which includes Everything We Keep, Everything We Left Behind, and Everything We Give, which are all brilliant. I have them all and I've read them all, and they're phenomenal. And has written 3 standalones, All the Breaking Waves, Last Summer, and this year's book, Side Trip. Kerry lives in Northern Carolina with her husband, teenage son and daughter, 2 cats, and an aging golden retriever convinced she's still a puppy. When she's not writing, that's Kerry, not the golden retriever, she can be found binge-watching anything with big CGI effects or high drama. She's a sucker for stories about second chance romance and families with dark secrets. Ooh. So last year's book, last summer, I read that last summer, and it is absolutely brilliant. And I tell you what, I read the blurb and I read the first chapter of Side Trip, and Kerry, I need more. This book publishes on July the 7th, so I guess I'm going to have to wait until then. But look at that cover, it's so gorgeous. You can't see the pink so well because of the glare, but it's a lovely, lovely cover. So I will now, before I read you the blurb, remember that whether it's on Instagram, I'll try and post this to my feed, but also on Facebook, please leave some comments and questions for Kerry. She would love to hear from you. And I thought us authors always get a kick from interacting with readers. So please do leave her a question. Is she a plotter, a pantser? Where does she get her ideas from? You know the drill. Just pop her a question. So there's a lot of interaction here. All right, so this is the blurb for Side Trip. With her deceased sister's Route 66 bucket list in hand, California girl Joy Evers sets out on a cross-country road trip to meet up with her fiancé, checking off the bullets along the way. Singer-songwriter Dylan Westfield has a serious case of wanderlust and a broken-down car. Stuck at a diner between LA and Flagstaff, he meets Joy, his complete opposite. She's energetic, he's moody. She's by the book, he's spontaneous. She believes in love at first sight. He thinks love is a complicated mess. But Joy has a brand new convertible. They strike a deal. She'll drive him to New York, he'll pay for gas. Only 3 rules apply. No exchanging of last names, what happens on the road stays on the road, and if one of them wants to take a side trip, they both must agree. A heart-stirring love story that spans a decade, Side Trip explores what if. What if Joy and Dylan had exchanged last names? What if he told her she made him believe love was worth the risk? And what if they hadn't made that second deal when they couldn't say goodbye? Oh, I just love what if stories. They're just the best. So, let me show you that cover again. Side Trip. Here we go. And I shall now read you chapter 1. This is Side Trip by Kerry Lonsdale. Chapter 1. After. Joy. Joy shouldn't have agreed to Dylan's deal. She should have let him say goodbye, because goodbye would have been much easier than the crushing despair she feels right now. She wouldn't be left wondering what might happen between them, or what could happen down the road. What didn't happen today? Things she shouldn't be wondering about. But that doesn't stop her from looking toward the sliding glass doors to the British Airways check-in counter at JFK, the terminal Dylan just walked into. She presses a hand to the centre of her chest and breathes through the gaping hole his departure left. She aches. Songwriter, music producer and record label executive Dylan Westfield is a brilliant musician and one of the most talented singers she's had the privilege to hear. A temporary friend she met 10 days ago. She'll never again hear his voice or touch his face or see the smile that could melt hearts. This can't be how it ends. What if she goes in after him? What if she tells him how she feels? What if... A shrill whistle blows behind her. Numbly, Joy turns her head to the sound. A stout, red-faced airport security officer stands by her brand new 2010 Volkswagen New Beetle. Both the passenger and driver side doors are open. They'd been so caught up in each other and their last moment together that neither had bothered to close their door. "This your car, lady?" the officer demands. Joy nods. "You need to move it. Come on, get a move on." Move on. Dylan's moving on. She agreed to do the same. Together their chemistry had been off the charts, something undefinable and more than anything she's known before. But she can't delude herself that anything good can come of starting something with a man she met only 10 days previous. Dylan is set on living his best life. With plenty to look forward to, she's determined to do the same. A new home, new city, new job as an entry-level cosmetic lab tech at Vintage Chic. She should be excited about working in a lab on their lipstick line, mixing oils and colourants. It's an incredible opportunity. Her sister, Judy, would have been ecstatic to work there. Joy swipes the moisture from under her eyes, and her engagement ring catches the waning New York sunlight. The ring Mark had placed on her finger just 2 short months ago, the day after she graduated from UCLA. The man faithfully waiting for her at his apartment in Manhattan. Guilt takes a roll downhill in her stomach. Joy closes the passenger door and walks around to the driver's side. She sinks into the seat Dylan recently vacated and shuts the door. She takes a deep breath and a wave of longing washes over her. Her car smells like him. It feels so empty without him. She feels empty. She plucks a soiled tissue from the cup holder and dabs her eyes, willing the tears to dry up. She needs to stop crying and she needs to put him out of her mind. Leaning across the seat, she grabs her purse from the passenger side footwell and roots through the bag. Her hand deliberately dives past Judy's Route 66 bucket list, the list Joy failed to complete. That hadn't been part of the plan, and she feels like she let Judy down. Her sister would have completed the list no matter what. She was efficient like that, with laser-sharp focus. It was one of the many traits Joy had admired in her. "I'm sorry," she whispers. She takes a deep, pained breath and grabs her phone. 2 texts had arrived during the time Dylan parked her car curbside and left, one from Taryn, the other from Mark. She reads Taryn's text first and feels a hint of relief and a smidge less lonely. Inseparable since the day Taryn toddled 3 doors down wearing nothing but a saggy potty training diaper and the sticky Kermit green stain of popsicle drippings on her bare chest. Her BFF texted that she's in line for a promotion at the social media agency where she works in LA. With luck, she'll be able to transfer to New York within a few months. Mark's text is more sobering. He's waiting for her. He can't wait to see her. He can't wait to make love to her. Joy swallows her guilt and brings up Mark's address. She launches the directions to his place, their place, and buckles her seatbelt, giving the belt 2 sharp tugs to ensure it's latched. She shifts the car into gear the same moment the officer loudly raps his knuckles on her window. "Move on, lady!" Joy does, merging into the airport traffic, resisting the urge to look back. Because what she might want, or who, doesn't matter. It hadn't mattered for years. That was the first chapter of Kerry Lonsdale's Side Trip. Here we go. Get your hands on that beauty, available for pre-ordering right now because it publishes on July 7th. And if you can't wait that long, well, I don't blame you. So check out Last Summer or any other of Kerry's books because she's just brilliant. She really is. She's absolutely fantastic. The characters she writes, and the sex scenes in Last Summer, they were really good. So get your hands on that. And tomorrow, I hope you enjoyed that chapter, first of all, as much as I did reading it. And tomorrow we have this lovely book called She Lies Close. Look at that hand in that cover. Isn't that spooky? You just think, oh my God, what is going on? This is Sharon Doering and it is her debut, and that is what I will be reading from tomorrow at 11:30 Eastern Time. So thank you everyone for watching. Don't forget to hop on over to Facebook, leave a comment and a question for Kerry, or do so on Instagram. And I will be reading again tomorrow. Same place, same time. It's a date. Until then, please stay safe, stay kind, and I'll see you tomorrow. Oh my gosh, Facebook won't let me quit.